All right, guys, welcome back to our wonderful simulations and experiments with Concord. So we're working in activity 3 today, is the particle model always better? So you would have gotten some instructions from Ms. Jacobs or myself in regards to the overarching theme of what we're trying to learn here. We have determined that the particle model is the model that we do use. However, we need to see if it's also used in gases as well. So that's what you had just completed. You would have answered questions 1, 2, and 3. And the third question was, do gases have mass? So what we're looking for is some evidence to prove, to see if gases actually have mass. And to do that, we're going to use this little contraption here. This is a syringe, just your garden variety syringe, I suppose. It's got a cap on it, and there's going to be a nail here that we're going to have to use, and you'll see why in a moment. And we have a scale, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to try to determine if gases have mass. So there's a little handout here that you guys will probably have in your OneNote, so you'll be able to fill this out as we are talking about this. Okay, Ms. Jacobs, you ready?
Yeah. So what we're going to have to do is, if you follow along on the instructions, it says start with the plunger pushed all the way in, and the stopper needs to be closed. Okay, so Mr. Gilbert has the stopper closed, and he has it pushed all the way in. Now he is going to pull back the plunger, and it says it should be difficult to do. You'll notice Mr. Gilbert's going to struggle a little bit when he does this. Then I have to use the nail, and I'm going to place it in the hole that we are already drilled inside of this plunger to stop the plunger from coming back in. Okay? Then we're going to record the mass of that. So we'll do that now. Mr. Gilbert's going to go ahead. All right. So
all my strength to pull that back.
we have the syringe opened up. This stopper was always on. And we're going to go ahead and take the mass of this. So Mr. Gilbert's going to go ahead and put that on the scale, and make sure to have the nail included, so we have the mass of everything. And what does that mass turn out to be?
32.91 grams.
All right, so we have 32.91 grams. So in that spot, you should have 32.91 grams of the mass of the sealed syringe. Okay, now the next part of this says open the stopper. So Mr. Gilbert's going to take the syringe off, and he's going to open the stopper. Notice when he does so, you'll hear something. He's going to pull the syringe off now. Listen very closely. All right, so we heard that like suction sound. Okay, so now Mr. Gilbert's going to go ahead and place that with the cap back on the stopper. Now, we needed to have the cap on there, and here's why. We have the original mass recorded with the cap. If we don't have the cap on there afterwards, we're really going to lose mass. So we really need to have that cap on there. So let's take a look, Mr. Gilbert, and you tell me, what is it now?
The value with the new apparatus here is 32.98 grams.
All right, so we have 32.98 grams. So again, it was important that we understood that whatever we weighed to start, whatever we took the mass of to start, we had to take the mass of when we finished. That's why we put the cap back on. When we first took the cap off to start, you'll notice that whooshing sound. It sounded like a suction sound, okay? We're going to talk about what that is in class together, but make sure you fill out this data table appropriately in your OneNote. Then you should be able to answer questions 4, 5, 6, and 7 in class after watching this video.